Well, Nigel, were Stags' defensive frailties laid bare today?
Definitely, all over the pitch. I thought it was an inept performance from start to finish, but certainly defensively. When you concede 2 goals straight down the middle of the pitch, 2-on-1, very, very difficult. We know we've got centre-half problems, but we didn't think they were that bad.
Quite difficult to know where to start to analyse that one, isn't it?
It is, because we started the game okay and you're well in it, and it's just one 60, 70-yard clearance and you end up 1-0 down. That gives the home side a massive lift. We've conceded far too many goals, and you saw a negative reaction from us, certainly after that and when the second one went in.
Let's talk about that first goal conceded. Was that just a lack of physical strength by Elliot Hewitt?
Well, I say we've got 2 back there. We've got 2-on-1, Elliot Hewitt and Richard Narty, and we knew they didn't have a great physical presence up there in terms of height-wise, so we thought the pace of those 2 would be able to deal with it, but obviously they didn't.
It was a real setback.
Yeah, it was. When you start the game, it's even. We'd had a couple of situations and opportunities, as we had in the first half an hour of the game, without again making the most of them. Ollie Hawkins had a couple of good headers, one great save, so we're well in the game, and then it's just one clearance. We've said this, Harrogate last week scored 3 goals from set plays against us. Today it's just 2 clearances down the middle and a set play again.
That set play again, we've spoken about it in the week. Doubtless you have to the boys. What can you do about it?
Get better players. That's it. It was no secret we've missed out on 3 centre halves during the transfer window, and when you lose James Perch, your main man today, that's like 4 centre halves you're missing, really.
Is it a case where you've worked on defensive set pieces to the death?
Yes. I don't know, probably too much, I don't know. Gone through them all again this week, but it's an individual thing. We always say, as well as a team thing, my man doesn't score. We conceded from another one again today.
Overall then, what did you make of both halves?
I thought the first half not too bad. And say we had situations ourselves, probably more than them actually, in the first half. Always a threat on the break. And then the second half we come out and you think, get the first goal back and anything can happen in front of our fans. And you concede again within 3 or 4 minutes of the half. Very, very poor. Another very, very poor goal. 2-on-1, 2 centre halves. We changed 1 centre half at half time. Same result. Yeah,
just take us through your thinking with that double change at the break.
Well, I'd say Elliot Hewitt was having a pretty bad time in the first half. Received a yellow card late on. That's that one. And then Rhys Oates similarly made some very poor decisions in and around their penalty area today. We got him in some great situations where he could either play it or create something, and did nothing. And they were the 2 changes.
And then you went for.
I wish we could go back to making 4 or 5. When we could in last season, when we had the choice of 5 substitutions, because we would have made 4 at half time.
What else would you have done in that eventuality then?
Made another 2 changes.
Sorry, who would you have brought on?
Take your pick. Right. Take your pick. Ollie Hawkins was the only one, and Nathan Bishop I wouldn't have brought off today.
Let's try, if we can, to pluck some positives from this one. Danny Johnson scoring his first goal from open play. It was a good finish.
It was. It's about the only positive to come out of the game. Once again, Ollie Hawkins' performance. Just one of those that drops in the box, and that's what he's there for. Things haven't quite been falling for him in and around the penalty area, but if anything, that should give him a bit of confidence.
And the other, I think, the Stags fans, 1,000 of them, they made all the noise today.
I wish we were as good as them, and we've just made the point to the players in there afterwards, when they keep singing and keep going, and we can't put on a performance for them. Makes you feel even worse.
Just heading towards the end of this interview now, Nigel. I don't usually like asking hypothetical questions, but did today highlight how much of a miss James Perch is?
Definitely, and we missed our sort of senior players. You miss your captain Nigel Clough, you miss your vice captain James Perch, and you miss the next one down, Stephen Quinn. And I think you've 3 leaders on the pitch missing today, and it showed. No excuses. The other ones, the other lads who played, have to do far, far better than they did today.
Because at this moment Stags are shipping goals, how do you see a way forward to get Mansfield Town back on some sort of winning trail?
Difficult, because obviously we've got the same personnel. Richard Narty looked very good last week but struggled today. Elliot Hewitt did. Faz came on, we still conceded a goal with him in the side. So it's just making the best of it while we can until we get Perchy back. There's no guarantee when that's going to be. So we look at formations, we look at personnel, we look at every single thing from this point on.
Thanks for your time.